Once again, welcome to the podcast. It's Monday from Poverty to Prosperity, XTRA-HYPE Connection. Team with you tonight, Marcus and FloFokuz. Showing some love to local businesses that support this podcast, like Konoz Restaurant, 16 Clinton Street, Newark, New Jersey, Mouthwatering Cuisine. Tell them you heard about them on the podcast. Also, the Fruit House at 764 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey. Spices, herbs, fruit juices, smoothies. You heard? Check them out. The Fruit House at 764 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey, as well as Halsey News at 2 Prudential Drive. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, open just for you. Say hello to Shahida and Sadiqa. They'll be definitely glad to meet y'all. At Halsey News, 2 Prudential Drive. Just some local businesses that show love to this podcast. Also, check out liquorsmanor.com, networkingforsuccess.info/groovology-360, ProLogicStrategies.com, as well as bearcatsbody.com. That's right. Check out those websites. We'll give them to you again later on in our podcast. And one more song before we get going. Well, once again, friends, welcome to our podcast. The XTRA-HYPE Connection team is here with you on a Monday. That's right. First day of September, Labor Day holiday. And congratulations to all of you who have found yourself with the day off. That's right, an extra day just to kind of relax, kick back, on a, I guess we call it a official holiday. But once again, my friends, welcome to the podcast. We're from Poverty to Prosperity. You got your host, Marcus. That's me. You got FloFokuz. He's in the building this evening. That's right. And we're here tonight with the XTRA-HYPE Connection team to bring you a very special podcast tonight. But before we do that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the line.
Unmuted.
All right, everybody. All right, the lines are open now at this time. And we're doing this for a special reason tonight because we're not going to have our traditional type of podcast tonight. Tonight, it's more of an appreciation for you, our listeners. That's right. Tonight, we're appreciating our listeners, you. So the lines are open. We're going to have more of a informal discussion tonight, but we're still going to stick to the format. Everybody respect each other. You want to be recognized, it's fine. Come on in. We'll recognize you. We'll keep order, make sure that everybody has time on the floor. If you, care to chime in, that's fine. So this evening, it is listener appreciation tonight. And we want to say this, that we truly appreciate all of you who come in, who listen. You ride with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all roadies right along with us. And you've been here for a very long time with us. As a matter of fact, when we officially, started our XTRA-HYPE Connection was January of this year when we did our first kickoff for the new year. And it wasn't done on the 1st. Of course, you all remember it was the last Friday in January where we did our official New Year's kickoff. And because of all of you, it was a success that we couldn't even imagine. All of you got on board with us. You went out, you got your people to come, every single one of you. brought yourselves, and some of you were able to gather others. And we really do appreciate all of that as we move through this year to its completion. And we acknowledge and we recognize that, and we really truly appreciate all of you for that, which is translated to us. So appreciating all of you is appreciating all of us for making what we have a success and something that no one else has and nobody else can claim, because all of us together made it happen. And that's how things work. And we do truly appreciate each and every one of you. You know, we definitely applaud you. You know what I'm saying? And you all should take a bow and give yourselves a round of applause, because you deserve it. And so on this evening, we want to give you your accolades as our listeners. And we want you to know that because of you is because of us. The result is us because of all of you. So we thank you for tuning in on Mondays and Fridays. We thank you for reaching out to people and inviting them. We thank you for those that show up and rock with us for the short amount of time that we're on, you know, simulcasting live to 3 different platforms, and also recording and making sure that these go up on YouTube for you to be able to check out later. And as promised, I will be getting the links for all of you so that when we do post on YouTube, you'll have those playbacks. And when we simulcast live, you'll be able to join us from either platform that we are podcasting to live while the show is going on. So as promised, we will be getting those links to you. We'll work diligently on that this week. Another thing, because of you, our listeners, we feel a great sense of responsibility and a great sense of accountability to you, because we come to you with our content. We also come to you with our fun time, you know, our fun time run time, which is the 5th Friday of every night. That's Flip Side Fridays for those of you who are familiar with us. And for those of you who are new, Flip Side Friday is the 5th Friday in a month. Whichever month has 5 Fridays, well, that 5th one we do our Flip Side Friday. That's when we do our prize giveaways, okay? We also have a little bit of fun where people can participate in different types of happenings for cash, not cash, but cash gifted prizes. So that means gift cards that have been purchased with cash and have the value. Okay. And we really have a great crew of individuals that make it possible for us to be able to express these ideas to all of you, you know, in a way that you can receive directly from it. And we're happy to be able to bring that to you. And we hope that you all will continue to, you know, listen in with us so we can bring you more. And most of all, we want to know what you think. You know, it's not a trick question. It's not anything to put you on the spot. But we want to know what your observations are, how you view it, what you see, what you hear, what thoughts go through your mind, how your opinions cause your involvement and then cause us to conference and, get together with our committee and bring these issues to them. So this year, they decided to, expand on it. For the last two flip sides, they've upped the ante and they've included bonus prizes, which at the start we didn't have. But because someone brought the idea to us and said, hey, why don't you all, see if you can, still do the gift card prizes that you do, but see if you can kind of add something extra, for people to kind of strive to, look forward to, maybe something, that's not just an ordinary gift prize, but something that people could really, really enjoy or really relate to or really give a good, opinion or share some good experiences about. And so we brought that to our committee because you, our listeners, brought it to us. So we appreciate your feedback, your opinions, your input, everything that you give us. We take it and we sit down and we do go through it. We really do. We consider everything because you all are the most important thing when it comes to this particular hour. Without you, we're not here. There is no need for us. So your involvement with us, with what we do, really is something that is priceless. There is no value that we could put on it because it's way above any other kind of thing with a value attached to it. You all are way above that. And we want to let you know that. Sincerely and firmly, we want to let you know that. So we have had fun this year. We're going to have some more coming up in our next flip side, which is going to be our last for the year. That's coming up in October. So here's what we want to do. And this is coming out from myself and from FloFokuz. Each one of us is putting up a certain amount of points towards our next flip side. We're going to start it now. We're going to start it early. Okay? So everybody on this line, consider yourself vested in this, okay? Meaning you get the benefit of this. And here's how this is going to work. Throughout the podcast, there's going to be some key words that we're going to say. There's going to be two key words in particular that we're going to say. And toward the end of the podcast, if someone can answer one of the key words, then everybody on this call gets a certain amount of bonus points towards our next flip side. Then, if someone other than the first person that answers can give us the second keyword, which is the word that you might hear the most, and you might even hear it emphasized, okay? Just to kind of let you know that that's the keyword. You get that right, then everybody on the line gets another set of bonus points. Now, let me let you know. The bonus points are 250 and 250 for a total of 500. But it's split between two key words. Okay? So, with that being said, as the podcast continues on, if you think you know what the key words are, you can chime in and you can say, I think one of the key words is, and then say whatever word you think it is. And if you're correct, everybody who's listening will get 250 bonus points towards our next event, which is in October. Now, the only thing that I'm going to ask is those of you who are familiar with us and know how to get in touch, you get in touch with me. Make sure you let me know that you're on the podcast tonight, whether, ringing the phone or sending a text message. Let me know that you were on the podcast tonight and the keyword or keywords that, came out. And that way we'll confirm that you got 500 bonus points towards our next flip side. And we're going to do this every week in a different way until October. So everybody, as long as you're on the podcast, you're guaranteed a chance to build up so many bonus points towards October, okay? That's also going to be another great giveaway. So we don't know what the committee has planned. They're going to come up with something else. They'll probably let us know towards the end of, towards the end of this month, maybe the beginning of next month. We never know what they're going to do. They always surprise us. They might say one thing and then totally flip and do something else. That's why we call it flip side, because it could happen at any time. But they always give us something good, and we're always happy to bring it to you. So, with that being said, we most certainly do appreciate all of you, okay? We really do appreciate all of you for listening. Now, second order of business that we have here on tonight is we want to congratulate. We got congratulations going out to everybody who participated and won a prize, okay? We don't have to call your names, but if you would like to, you can step up to the mic. Let us know who you are or who you call, where you call us from, and just, let us know that you won a prize on our last flip side. So we just want to acknowledge you and give you a chance to kind of like put it out there in the air and give us your opinion, your thoughts. So we're going to do that right now. So it's open, if anybody wants to.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
This is Valerie, and I want to say thank you for all of my gift cards that I have won from the beginning until now. Didn't do too well this time, but I still enjoyed myself, still had fun. Appreciate everybody that on the line, FloFokuz, Brent, Marcus. Appreciate you both and all those that are a part of your network in doing this flip side. It is fun and engaging. I'm just delighted that I was able to participate and win some gift cards. And I thank you very much. They were useful and had a great time. And hopefully I can continue to be on here and win some more on this last 5th Friday October of the last of this year to end out the year with some valuable prizes that I put to use.
Well, we most certainly do appreciate you joining us and participating with us. We really want that to be something for everyone to be a part of. Just a time to have some fun. they say we always got to take time out, for ourselves to treat ourselves, as well or even better than we treat other people, because we really do deserve that. And we believe that all of our listeners deserve that. So you can always look forward to the Fifth Friday where we're going to flip it. And we're not going to have such a serious talk, a serious discussion, but we're going to sit back just like buddies, pals, friends, sit down, have our beverages. We don't ask what you have, okay, or what you don't have, but we're going to sit here and have some fun. But what I'd like to ask you before we allow somebody else to come in is, what are some of your most memorable prizes that you've gotten since you've been here participating in our Flip Side Fridays?
One of the most memorable ones that I have partaked in, thanks to Vatne, was we were up at the top and we were tied, and she won the tiebreaker, so she gave me her other ticket that she wanted to see Lettucey and Marsha Ambrosia. I am a Lettucey fan. I have seen Lettucey at the NJ Pack twice already. And Martha Ambrosia, I am a fan of Floetry. And it was just undescribable for me. Her sound, her musicians, that was just like the best. And my second other one was me winning my, I don't really shop at the Dollar Tree, but I had won so many gift cards from the Dollar Tree. And when I went, it's overwhelming for me, so I have to take a sighted person with me. But I was able to buy multiple things from the Dollar Tree that I can go back and just ask for those specific things. If I have to go back on my own and pay my own money, I will go back to the Dollar Tree. So I am a fan of the Dollar Tree. And one of the other places that I love is Panera. So that was wonderful when I was gifted a Panera gift card by Brother Leon, and that I won a gift card for Panera. That was my third top three gift cards that I won that I really appreciated and enjoy and put to use. All of the gift cards were great, but those were my top three. So thank you for this time, and thank all those that are on the line that is listening. Come back to the Flip Side 5th Friday in October and try to win you a gift card. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you for that. We certainly do appreciate you coming on and, just sharing that with us, your experience. And we most certainly, are glad that, you enjoyed yourself and that you had a great time. And we want you to continue to come back, just like we want everyone else to continue to join us, to come back and participate with us. So just as we move together, we kind of go through our studies together, quote unquote, our topics together. We may have some opinions, we may need some clarification, we may have some dissensions, we may have some agreements, but at the end of it all, kind of like at the end of the marking period in school when we used to have those kind of like pizza parties or, whatever special times where, we had something brought in so that we could all enjoy it because we all worked and we all felt that, hey, this is a nice, nice time to relax and release and just take a break. So we hope that, you will all continue to join us, to be with us, to continue to, take part in what we got going on, and our committee can continue to surprise all of us with some of this stuff that, you know, they just put in our laps. So with that being said, would anyone else like to share on tonight?
Permission to speak.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You have the floor.
Grand rising to everybody on the line. I come on this line as in other lines in peace. Doesn't always end that way, but this is Brother Leon talking. On the board, I am up there as Infinity. If anybody else is on the board. I'm down here in Carpet Township, New Jersey. That's right next to Atlantic City, if anybody doesn't know where I'm at. And, you know, first thing I want to say is I want to apologize to you and the listening fans because I'm always coming in the room kind of late, and I did not hear that you had to say your name, and that was like the buzzer. And this is what happens when you come into a room that you miss some important things. And, you know, I just brought it out, the answers that I gave out. And so I want to apologize first for that. And what it was on the last show, as I heard, people make reference to we didn't listen. We didn't listen to the rules that were set. And like I said, me coming on late, I didn't get to hear the rules. But when I heard somebody say that, it made me like pay attention a little bit more. It made me understand what the ruling was. With that being said, I just heard Valerie speak, and she didn't listen to the rules. She didn't say where she was from. And so I wondered, I said, wow, is this what y'all meant? You know, when I came in. And what I want to say about my gifts that I have achieved on here, for me, the best gift that I received on here was the gift of giving. I did give my gift to Valerie for very good reasons. And you guys, the gift that you give of giving to others up here, that comes up here, to me, speaks a lot about you guys. If I had to be the Debbie Downer of things, what I would say is that when you do this on the 5th week of whatever the month falls on, you know, the people that come on, because I heard voices up here I never heard before. Matter of fact, it was a gentleman up here with my name. The Debbie Downer part for me is that none of them don't come up during regular times like this. It makes me wonder where their loyalty lies. It makes me wonder if the mindset is just about getting the gift, but not supporting what you're doing when it ain't the 5th month. It just made me wonder. With that being said, I rest.
Well, Brother Leon, just to let you know, you are always much appreciated up here. You're always welcome up here. And I tell you, I love to hear you speak, brother. because you speak from the heart. It comes from within. There ain't nothing artificial about that. As long as I have gotten to know you up here on this line, you know, and on this network, you've always been a straight shooter. And I like that. And I do respect that, because to me, that's the best way to be. That's, you know, my opinion. Nobody else has to have the same. And I know that, you know, you're straight. You're straight with it. You're coming straight from the hip. I appreciate that. And the support that you give is priceless. And the fact that you acknowledge that, you know, we give, and the fact that you duplicate what we do, because you have gifted, you know, your prizes to others as well. And sometimes I've even said to myself, man, you know, wow, I wonder if I gave him, you know, a trip to the Bahamas, if he would gift that to somebody. You know, I don't know, but you know, it really makes us, you know, proud, and it makes us have a sense of, you know, a well feeling within us that what we do can be duplicated that quickly and that sincerely. And we do appreciate you for everything. You know, I know, you know, we've had a chance to, you know, conversate, you know, about other matters at other times, and we've all gotten on, you know, to talk, just to kind of shoot the breeze with each other. Next thing you know, we're on for like, you know, hour and a half, you know. Time just went by. But we do appreciate that. We appreciate you. We want you to know that, hey, you are always welcome to come up here. You're always welcome to say your piece, you know. And in terms of, you know, the new voices that we have up here, those were some of our people that had just been invited to our podcast recently. And one of them, his name is also Leon, and he's with the Alpha Pack out of Staten Island. And they just recently made a connection with Prince and I, you know, with our XTRA-HYPE Connection. So the Alpha Pack and our XTRA-HYPE Connection, you know, we kind of went JV together. So, you know, we're getting it together, and I'll bring up some of the things that are going to be upcoming in our next segment, which is to be soon, of what moving forward we have planned to connect the communities, to kind of unite us together, because we all got to be on some kind of the same page somewhere in order for us to even begin to reciprocate to each other. So they got something that, I mean, is awesome, and I'm going to bring it out in just a little bit so that everybody can know what our upcoming events and happenings are, and things that are opened up now for everybody on here, and your friends and their friends, to be able to go ahead and stream this way, so that we can actually now point that outward, you know, and help everybody to make connections to where they can benefit back and forth. So we thank you, Leon. We appreciate you, Infinity. You've been a wealth of knowledge, and you have been a tremendous support and inspiration to us to do what we do, because, bro, you're just, you know, you're just solid, bro. And we're very grateful for you. So don't think you done anything out of order, out of wrong. We understand sometimes things happen. We all come on late. But, hey, it's okay. You know, we good. We all good with it. So as long as we're having fun together, and as long as we're, you know, able to, you know, get along and come back together, that's our main focus right now. And we thank you for being a part of this. We definitely want you, you know, on the line. And, hey, it was great seeing you meeting up with you for the first time at the event, and we was glad. We was glad to meet up with you, brother. So thank you for that as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any?
I,
Oh
I,
yeah.
I appreciate the things you said. I'll be out of your way in just a second. Um, you spoke sometimes, most of the time, I don't see myself as other people see me. I am a straight shooter, and I found out that me dealing with my heart when it comes to different people and different things and what I do, I found out that I got to keep my guards up now high. Because how you treat people is not how people is going to treat you back. And you find yourself hurt. The other greatest thing that I had up here, that I achieved up here, is when I had an offline conversation with you and Prince. That's the other thing that I wanted to add. That was the other greatest gift that I had. Because when you have conversations like that, you learn a lot more about the individual. And so that was the other gift that I had that was important, that I got to talk to you and Prince offline. And you're right. It's called the talk after the talk. With that, I rest, and I'm out the way. I'm on mute.
Well, thank you, brother. Once again, we do appreciate you, your support, your strength, your encouragement, your inspiration, all of it. You got wisdom, brother, that, just, it's amazing. It's truly, truly awesome, and it really just gives us a lift. And, sometimes when we find ourselves kind of like scratching our heads, like, what do we do? Damn, it's like clockwork. Here you come with a phone call. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. And we get it in. So, we do appreciate it. And listen, we definitely want you to stick around. Stick around with us, because we definitely got some more things coming up. And definitely want you to be a part of as well as others. So with that being said, I want to, oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. FloFokuz. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I just want to say thanks to Brother Leon. First of all, thanks to everyone. I second everything that Marcus has been saying here. I've just been on mute here, kind of jotting down a few notes because I want to begin to implement my website, and a lot more of this. The points system can be tracked on there if everyone creates a account in the different ways that I'm going to figure out between now and next week, where you can be a different level member. There might even be donation options to where we can get early access to certain things. I don't know. We'll figure it out, because for right now, like Brother Leon is like a very mindful person of a lot of things, and I appreciate him for making it known that we ought to be a lot more vocal and together in these things. Like, for example, we're here and we're starting a community, and we do want to say thank you to each and every one of you personally. You see what I'm saying? And the best way to do that is, to have some direct line of connection to where we can have y'all reach out to us and say, "Hey, here's what I thought of it. Here's what I wanted to say." The best way for now is on a show. You know what I mean? Just like this. So this is the place for you guys to say these kind of things and make things known and say, "Hey guys, if more people come in, how do we know who they are?" And I want to implement something that says, "Hey, everyone can come and not only have their voice, but be part of the community, that you can see a standings of all of the points that we have. People can even decide whether or not they can take those points and roll them over to the next month in different ways." There's a lot of notes that I'm taking here, but I want you all to be more involved in what we're doing. I want you all to actually feel like you have something at stake as well in showing up, so that your loyalty lies with, at very least, if it is to get the gifts, makes it worth your while to show up to every event, every showcase, so that those Johnny come latelys don't just swoop in and grab things off of our plate, so to speak. So there's a lot of different
Yeah, I
things
want to do that.
right? There's a lot of different ways that we're working on, and it's not about you personally specifically. This is the possibility in any new situation, any new group, any way that like it's even happening in welfare. Some people say some people aren't capable of, or they don't deserve the welfare. All these different things. This is why they say you have to report your income and all these things, because they want to make sure that what's going to the people is going to the ones who deserve it. So it's nothing personal. This is the system we're building, and we have to keep ourselves safe so that our audience, our community, is the first in line. And everyone who wants to get in it. I'm just using the welfare as an example because it's just something we all can know and understand. You have to go and get in line. That's it. Just stand in line and you'll be called on and your voice will be heard and you guys will be able to. And mind you, that's my brother Wolf right there. We'll call him Wolf for the other Leon because he's here with us and he's an amazing gentleman. Me and him and Marcus, I actually met him and Marcus like separately around this about the same time that I started getting into what we like to call the extra hypeness, all this civil, processes and what is finance, what is money, all these types of things. So I just want to say thank you all for being here with me on this journey, and this is only the beginning. All right. It's literally only the beginning. I'm taking notes here, making sure that what we do moving forward is solid. I don't like to do things quickly. I don't like to do things sloppily. So I might take a little bit longer to make sure things are, not to say perfect, but right. You know. So I'm listening to everyone. I'm taking into consideration everything, and I want to do my best to be the eye in the sky for everyone and bring this whole thing together. You know, and with the help of you all and your feedback and input, that's what's going to make this the best that it can be for us all. Okay. If I can, Brother Wolf, are you still there on the line? You want to say something? Say hello to the people. Join us in the conversation.
Hey, what's up, people? The Wolf is here. I mean, founder of the Alpha Pack. Got my man Flo on here. That's what I'm talking about. Man, Flo's part of the pack. Got to have him with the community and the Wolves. We got to, like he said, got to make sure we're getting the right stuff for the right people, and that's our people. We got to keep it going, keep it moving. How you doing, everybody? What's up, Flo?
Well, thank you for joining us, Brother Wolf of the Alpha
Hey, what's
Pack.
up, brother? I should have shouted you out, too. What's up, brother?
Doing good, doing well. Glad to have you on our last flip side. You and the lovely Shauna. We appreciate both of you showing up and representing. And we definitely want to let you know that we give you a very heartfelt, warm welcome. And, we got an open door right here for you. So whatever you want to come on in, just come right on in. Let your presence be known. And also, all those other wolves that are in the den, yeah, let them show up on the shows on the doorstep. They're welcome as well. And we definitely want to give you all a shout out, put some accolades out for you because we got some major things coming up. And we already know that it's extra hype, it is Alpha Pack, and we're doing it right. And yeah, we ain't going to have no lack. That's right. So thank you so much, brother. We thank you so much for coming up and just letting us know that you're in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you.
No problem. It is what it is. It's the place to be right here. It's the place to be.
Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, if I could just get you maybe to, I know that Flo was telling me about the JUMP program, that you all started. I hope I'm saying it correctly, but I mean, that's just how that's coming out for me. But if you wouldn't mind telling our listeners what the JUMP program is that you guys, have going on that you started, what it is, who it targets, and, what y'all hope, for the result of it to be.
Yeah, sure, I could do that. So
My name is Leon. I used to be called Wolf. You know what I mean? I started the Alpha Pack a few years ago, and then I know when I was younger and how I was raised, we used outside a lot, right? We would jump rope, we would ride the bike, we would do hula hooping, we would do scullies, like, you know what I mean? We would play football, play catch, we would do different things, like how my son is doing right now. And over time, that got delayed with technology stepping up. The phones came in, the censoring came in, and more that happened. Even though we had a good amount of obesity back then, it's on a rise. You even see the 2, 3-year-old, 4, 5-year-old kids obese, and of course we all know it's not good. So I came with a program called Jump to Greatness, you know, and it's basically about not only getting the kids out and exploring and having fun and being outside more, but it also gets those kids that strong bone structure when you jump and rope. It gets them that good core exercise when you hula hoop. It gives them that good hand-eye coordination when they're throwing frisbees. That's stuff that we start to lose that we didn't realize we was gaining when we was playing outside. When we was running around, we was getting our endurance up. It was raising our energy. So when we get older, it will still be there for us to use for the workforce or whatever we plan to do. So for the technology to come out here and basically stop that, we need to get back into that. So I've developed Jump to Greatness, and I've been with my man FloFokuz. We went all the way over to we was at summer stage. You know, we had Rakim on stage spitting the lyrics while we was out there had the kids jumping to greatness. So that's what that's about right there.
All right, now that's positive, that's uplifting, and that is inspiring as well. And I couldn't have said it better, Brother Wolf, because you are correct. I mean, I agree 100% because, you know, in our generations, when we were coming up, we had all of that. Just everything that you said, we had it. We were outside. We were exploring. We were running. We were playing. We was ripping, jumping, spinning, everything, you know. And you're right. We were building ourselves up, our coordination, our strength, our muscles, stamina, everything. And with the advent of technology coming in, now everybody's head is in a phone or in a tablet, you know, and basically all of those other things that help us to connect and coordinate, you know, we're not using. And like you said, our young ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, obese, you know, having high blood pressure, circulation problems, heart problems, breathing problems, you know, it's too much. So I'm glad to hear that you come up with what you come up with, and connecting with FloFokuz and myself, we hope to be able to bring more of this awareness to what you got going on, and for you to be able to bring what you have developed to other places where it can actually just, you know, help to, you know, get people back healthy again, to get their, you know, their stamina built, you know, their thoughts, their hand-eye coordination, all of that stuff, to manage, you know, their weight and their size, and to sweat, you know, to really get a workout in, but not having to go to a gym, but having fun doing it. And that's incredible what you all have done, and we wish you all the best. Is there any way that people can reach out to you guys, you know, let's say if they want to get more information, or if they even want to, you know, maybe suggest, you know, a place that you might want to come to bring your program to? Is there any way people can get in contact with you?
Yeah, sure. So I don't have the site just yet, but my man FloFokuz with ProLogic Strategies, he said he's gonna hook me up. So we're gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be sharing the website with him. So if you want to get to me, you gotta go to ProLogicStrategy.com. With me also, I have a number, but right now I'm trying to get this business link going. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get that number up. I'm gonna get that ProLogic Strategy connection with Flo, and we're gonna be good to go. And we're gonna pass the information out.
All right. That sounds great. And we'll definitely go ahead and put the word out as well on our notifications every week on Monday and Friday. We'll include you, you know, the Alpha Pack, Brother Wolf, and we'll have you pointed towards ProLogicStrategies.com, which we have out now. And, everybody who wants to get more information about Jump to Greatness program, you can reach out to Brother Wolf, the Alpha Pack, at ProLogicStrategies.com. All right? And we'll say that again before the end of the podcast so that if anybody else wants the information, once again, we'll be more than happy and more than willing to make sure that you have it, because this is important and this is great. We got a lot of great things going on. Is there anybody else that wants to share, comment, make a suggestion, tell us what you think about what we're doing here on Mondays and Fridays? The floor is open for you because this is listener appreciation right now. So we want to hear from you. Definitely want to hear from you. You know what? Our committee wants to hear from you as well. So anything else you got, please let us know. Let us know. Floor is open. All right. Anybody else? You're unmuted. If you have yourself muted, you can take yourself off mute. But if anybody else would like to, floor is open before we move on to our next topic source right here. So we'll keep it open for just a few more seconds. If we hear from no one else, we'll be moving on to our next session. So,
Mark, real quick.
I have a question. Can I speak?
Sure. You have the floor.
Okay, two things. One of them was that you said you had a word, and I wanted to know if the word started already, if you mentioned it already. And the other thing is the guy who just spoke about the Leon, the second Leon, he said whatever his thing is, I don't want to call it a game, a pack, or whatever the organization is, if it is in New Jersey and where it is.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, the word before I'll let him come back and answer that. But yeah,
right.
One of the words that we used has already been spoken out, and we most certainly do appreciate you noticing those words because you all are important to us as listeners. And remember, we put emphasis on the two words. So it's very important that you pay attention to those words because we most certainly do appreciate you all being involved with us. Now, I'm going to turn it back over to Leon Wolf, all right, of the Alpha Pack. He's going to go ahead and answer your second question.
All right. Well, right now, I'm only in New York, and I can definitely go be in Paterson, New Jersey, which is, I used to reside in Paterson, New Jersey. I can make it out there. But anywhere else right now, I'm still spreading out. I'm still getting more of a expanse when it comes to how many people I'm trying to bring with us, because I don't want to bring just anyone. I'm not a person who's just going to hire anyone to be around the kids, you know what I mean? And because I work in the school system as well, so, I have a certain, level that I have to make sure they can meet in order for me to work with people. That's one. And two, I want to make sure I can bring the full effect of what I'm doing, because what we're doing is not just for the health, but it's also for the nature of being outside and having fun and making sure the kids know that outside and playing is just as important, or I say more, than playing games on the phone.
Okay, thank you. Where in New York are you?
Say that again, please.
Where are you in New York?
I'm based in Staten Island, but I could be anywhere in New York City. I could probably make it up to Nanuet and Spring Valley as well, but Staten Island is where I'm based at.
Okay, thank you.
Marcus, what I would like to say to that brother there, I have something that he may be interested in. And so if after your show you could connect us, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Okay, I think we might be able to make that happen. Hey, Flo, can we somehow make that happen this evening, possibly?
Yes, absolutely. We will indeed have a talk after the talk with Brother Leon and Brother Leon. It's going to go down.
Oh, right.
Infinite and Wolf. Let's go.
All righty, all righty. There we go. There we go.
Permission
All
to
right.
speak?
Yes, indeed, Brother Joffrey. Yes.
Hey, how you doing? You know, it's important to
Yes.
appreciate.
Yes.
You know, appreciation is when it's heartfelt. That's really important. And notice the emphasis
That's
on
right.
those words.
And
And I yield.
because you've noticed that, you know what? I think everybody on this line has 250 points times two, Brother Joffrey, thanks to you noticing how important it is to appreciate certain things up here on the network. So everybody in attendance, give yourself 250 bonus points times two, courtesy of your brother Joffrey right here on the Extra Hype podcast tonight. All right. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I thought it was so. Thank you, Brother Joffrey.
My
Yes,
pleasure as always.
Yes, indeed. So everybody up here on the line, most of you already know how to get in touch with me. Okay, if you want to send me a text message and just say you were here, I got you covered. All right. Those of you who are new to the podcast and do not have a contact between myself or FloFokuz, aka Prince, you can reach out to 732-362-1729 so that we can make sure that your bonus points are logged and then we can catalog them later. But we definitely want to keep a running total along with you so that in October, when our next flip side event comes up, we're going to see who all has bonus points and who's going to get that bonus prize. And then roll them over. Whatever you don't use, you get to roll over. All right? So, once again, everybody.
Invite everyone who does want to start on the website. You will get a bonus 1,000 points for signing up between now and next Monday. Okay? Anyone who signs up for the website for free, it's free. Just sign up to become a member at prologicstrategies.com. Anyone who signs up on the website gets 1,000 free points. Then anyone who types in the chat there as a member, when you type in and you give those secret words, you get another 250 points. Okay, so you're going to get a third 250 points for sending a chat after you've signed up for your 1,000 points.
Wow. So in total, you are going to get 1,750 bonus points. You know what? Let's just go ahead and make it a cool 2,000. What do you think, Flo?
That's wonderful. So
All
that's
right.
everyone that's on the line tonight, not
Yes.
in the future. Okay.
I want everyone on tonight going to send a text, and it'll be done by
Yes.
10 o'clock tonight. All right, and then
Yep.
that's 250 times 2, so that's 500. And then anyone who signs up between now and next Monday, another 1,000 points, and then send the text with the secret words from tonight, and you get 250 for each word. So that's another 500 points there for a total of 2,000 free points.
I got you.
What do you do for the people that's not implemented with using their phone in such a way?
Okay, well, what we can do with that is the same number that I said earlier, and I'll say again, 732-362-1729. You can voice call that number and leave a voice message with your name and with the words that we just emphasized on tonight, which was important and appreciate, to claim your 500 bonus points. And then what we will do is we will accommodate you in signing up for the website and being able to claim the extra 500 points along with the 1,000 points that you're going to get for signing up with the website. So we will work with you. We definitely will work with you.
Yeah, I definitely do want to include those who are physically challenged in any way. The same way I was going to mention how Brother Wolf, he not only does the jump rope, he also does hula hoop and frisbee. So all the body parts get involved. So there's a lot of different ways where I want to also invite and include those who may not be directly readily accessible to my website. So if the you have someone who is capable, you can have them sign up in your place, and then you can say that this is who is your representative, if you will, right? Or like your caregiver in some instances, perhaps. But as long as they say that they're affiliated with you, then you're gonna get your credit. Okay.
Brother Leon, this is why, as people, we shouldn't judge people. Because when I hear that Brother Leon talking, he sounds like he's in his 20s. But when he brung up those different things that I heard, there's no way he could be in his 20s. Knowing those things that he put out there, when he said it, just brought back things to me, because we was always made to go outside to play. There was no bouncing, no ball, no house. There was no stomping. There was no running in the house. We had to go outside to play, and we made up games. I heard him say Scully. We had other games that we did. Hula hoop. You can make that thing twirl where it's making one sound. You know that you got it. And you had a lot of different games back then. He didn't mention a lot of different games, but the games that he did mention was games that kept us moving, not as still as jacks, as marbles, as foursquare. These different games, dodgeball, these different games that we made up to play ourselves. And so with that,
I have them coming, just so you know.
Say it again.
I have a lot of other things coming. I just want to make sure I got the basis of all the features of the full body, because the mind has to connect to the eyesight. You know what I mean? That's the hand-eye coordination. It has a little more to it. But then you got the body and the bone structure. That's the jumping rope. Then you got the core, and that's your movement, and along with your balance. That's also when it comes to hula hoop. Those are the three core things that a lot of us did when it was the girls, when it comes to double dutch and the jumping rope, like that's connected to a lot of that stuff, So I just wanted to make sure I named just the normal things that we did, because I have a lot of other things like the skipping. I like the dodgeball, like you said, like the what do you call? I forgot the name of it when you jump in the street. But yeah, you're right. I'm not in my 20s. I'm a lot older than that.
Well, I want to back you up a little bit. You made a statement that's not true, and so I want to try to back you up a little bit. Double dutch wasn't just for the girls, my brother. I double dutched to the point.
No. I know it wasn't just for the girls, but what happens is, like in gym class in school, right? When the boys are playing, like playing basketball, playing a certain sport, the girls they don't want to do nothing, and a lot of times they didn't have the jump ropes or the double dutches that they're supposed to have for the girls. The boys didn't want to do double dutch at the time when they wanted to play basketball. That's what I was talking about when it comes to the grades. Because in school even right now, which is sad to say. A lot of girls are actually failing PE. That's how it was back in my day too. But it's because they didn't want to play basketball. They didn't want to play dodgeball. They didn't want to play the things that the boys were playing. They didn't have a substitute for the girls. And when the girls wanted to jump rope, they had to go outside with the money their mama bought them. You know what I mean? And or get the wires from the back, or you know what I mean. They had to do something like that in order for them to participate in in exercises. And now what I'm trying to do is bring that type of stuff to the schools, not only to the schools but to events and stuff. So when people jump rope, anyone can jump rope. I used to do double dutch. I didn't jump because it was hard for me, but I did turn. No doubt about that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So here we have some good energy, some good vibes, a good connection here. And we just look forward to moving forward and just this growing into something that can just catch on from city to city, even from state to state, and branch out. And next thing you know, you got the Alpha Pack, the XTRA-HYPE Connection, and all of us in our different communities and organizations are part of this, so we all have a stake in this. And we see in our youth, and even probably some of their parents and siblings, getting involved again. And I know some of us on this line, some of y'all ladies used to double dutch, or as they used to say, the reverse of that was French jump, where the jump rope was turned the opposite way. I don't know how y'all used to do that, but y'all used to do it good. But yeah, so once again on tonight, it's listeners' appreciation, because we felt that it was really important to do something like this for all of us. So that's what we got going on tonight. Once again, we got a special appearance tonight by Alpha Wolf. Woo, woo, woo. Alpha Pack is building. That's right. That's right. Thank you for joining us again. And Brother Infinity, thank you for chiming in with us as well. Brother Joffrey, also Sister Valerie, Sister Latoya, also Sister Janet, and everybody else who's listening under the sound of our voices. We definitely want you to know that we welcome you. We're glad you're here. Anybody that's new, we want to also welcome you. Thank you for being a new listener. And if you want to let us know who you are and where you're from, that's perfectly fine. Everybody, once again, just for being on tonight, and because those two words, those key words have been spoken, important and appreciate, everybody has 500 bonus points right now. Right now, okay? We just need to know that you're on the line. So I know a few of you already. Some of you have not spoken, but that's okay, because you can either text or send a voice call message to 732-362-1729, okay? And we're going to go ahead and make sure that we catalog your points with your name. So we need your name and that you are on the podcast tonight. And we'll make sure that we catalog your bonus points. And between today and next Monday, if you need it, accommodation, assistance, whatever, we're going to get you signed up on ProLogicStrategies.com, where you're going to get 1,000 points just for creating an account, totally free. And you're going to go ahead and, those of you who can, or those of you who have somebody to help you out, with typing in the chat, those two words again, the words important and appreciate, get you an extra 500 bonus points for a total of 2,000 bonus points. And look, the 5th Friday in October ain't even here yet. You already hit the ground running, and you're always sprinting down. So there we go. All right. Is there anybody else who would like to share on tonight before we move on to our upcoming events? And then our last little leg is, it's called doing something with purpose sometimes. So, anybody else would like to share at this point?
I think I heard Sister Beverly, and I think Leon Wolf was possibly looking for hopscotch.
Okay.
Okay, that's a nice one right there.
Yeah. Hopscotch.
That's what I was looking for. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's exactly what I was saying. I was trying to get that game out and play that all the time on the sidewalk, on the street, draw it out, and you play. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Same to me.
Oh, I yield.
All right. The floor is still open. If anybody else would like to speak, would like to share.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Janet Jones, Jersey City in the house. And I appreciate, and it's very important how your team, you, Prince, I enjoyed meeting Prince. Awesome young man. And thank you for putting in those questions, especially Woodstock for the young lady on Friday. I appreciate that. And, it made me feel, oh, wow, going back, because that was back in the days, which was like, wow. But I really appreciate each one of y'all, Leon, Valerie, Jaffrey, or everyone, and how the togetherness and the sharing and the caring, and how the sharing, Ivana shared, Leon shared, and it just showed how unique and awesome that this whole thing is. And it's great and wonderful. And it was so awesome for me because just even though on the line and hearing the different things, it kept my mind sharp. I'm the person that deals with things cognitively, and just listening to the questions and I said, yeah, that's that. And it was really, really awesome. And also how you tied in, which I didn't participate on the bonus things, how you tied in some of the things with the questions like feel and this, or some of the things from your past podcast, which was really awesome. So that's an important key also for anyone that in the future that wants to participate in the fifth party to keep abreast on what you're talking about, because you threw that in for those bonus points. And I appreciate it. And I got, when you said that word, appreciate, you said it with such, I said, yeah, appreciate is one of the words. Yeah, I'm a cognitive person, so you got to watch out. I heard that. When you said that at first, I said, appreciate is one of the words, because he's saying it, yeah, with feeling. So, yes, you guys, keep up the great job, each and every one. Peace, love, happiness, and soul to each one of you. Janet Jones from Jersey City. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet, for chiming in and letting us know you're definitely in the building. We appreciate you as well. You're always a great inspiration to support us, and it's even so much better when we get to hear from you, because we don't always get a chance to hear from you. You know, you're a listener. You like to sit back and absorb it. But when you share, I tell you, it's just like strawberry preserves, homemade, in that mason jar that you just take out, you just put on the toast. That's it. You don't need nothing else. That's right. Just give me my preserves. I'm going to go over here and sit down with my preserves, and I'm thankful. So I want to thank you for being that for us.
Stop it.
And everything that you do. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is there anybody else who would like to chime in, share before we move on to our next?
Talkin.
Hi, my name is Karen. I'm a co-host on Great Space. This is my first time chiming in, and I just wanted to say I think what you're doing is important, and I appreciate you all. So thank you for having me, and I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Well, thank you, Karen. And you know what? I do tune into Great Space on Tuesdays with you and Jada. I do enjoy what you all do. I appreciate what you all do because you do some important stuff and you have some very good guests and topics every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And I'm putting that out there for the listening audience. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern time here. Tune into Great Space with Jada and Karen, okay? Great topics. I believe one of the last ones that you all had that I really appreciated was about the gardening, growing your own food in your home, if necessary. And the resources that the gentleman brought, he said that in each county across the whole country, in every state, in every county, they have some type of resource office that will help you to get started, give you materials, tools that you'll need, supplies, show you where to get other stuff, at a discount or at no cost.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so that was wonderful. I remember because I believe that gentleman has been on that podcast with you all a few times now. And he's always wonderful to hear when he comes on. So everybody, tune in tomorrow. That's right, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Great Space with Karen, Miss Karen, right here with us tonight, and Miss Jada, all right? Mark it on your calendars. We'll meet over there tomorrow, everybody, all right? All right. Karen, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Love having you. Please come back and join us again.
Can I help Karen with a correction, please?
You got it, Brother John.
I think Karen made a mistake. But see, I was over in Manhattan, and I was on Houston Street. So I don't know where she come up with this Houston stuff.
I don't know. That's how they say it in Texas. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm used to Houston as well. But in Texas, it's Houston.
I got you.
Mr. Joffrey, I like you, Mr. Joffrey.
Well, everybody, it seems that, once again, this is our listener appreciation. And we really do thank all of you for tuning in, spending a little time with us when we're here. And we're going to continue, with what we're doing. It's only going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to get better. We're going to add more. And there's going to be a difference between where we started and where we'll be next year this time, provided that we're still going. And we most certainly do anticipate that. So with that being said, we want to move on to our next segment here. And what I want to say in our next segment is just simply this. We got some things upcoming, and we want all of you to know what we intend to do, because we now have a foundation in place, thanks to FloFokuz, that allows us to reach multiple audiences through, platforms, social platforms. So there's Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. We actually are streaming live on all three of those right now. So this particular podcast is reaching all three of those platforms. And once they're done, Flo takes the video, all the material, puts it together, and uploads it to YouTube. So we're on the YouTube platform. We're going to get this together so that we can make sure that everybody who's listening has access to the recording by way of YouTube. So you'll have the links at prologicstrategies.com, and I will also have the links to send out to you so that once we complete our podcast, before the next one comes up, we can give you our upcoming events, a link to prologicstrategies.com/news so you can see upcoming happenings and events in New York and as well as other areas. And then also, we're going to have some venues go on where we're going to have FloFokuz. He's going to be featuring some open mics because, once again, he is a music artist. Yes, he is. He is an artist. He is also a producer, music talent developer. He's into management as well, and he does the soundboard and a whole lot of other things regarding music in the industry. He really has a love for it. So he's multi-talented, multifaceted, and he deals with the technology. So we're going to have some venues coming up between New York and New Jersey. And as those venues come up, we're going to let you all know when they are, where they will be, and what's going to be featured there. So you'll have your pick of where you would like to come. And those of you who are signed up at prologicstrategies.com, well, you're going to have a special, shall we say, a special entry pass to most venues where we can control that, okay? So you'll have a special entry pass, and there'll be some other perks tied to that as well because you're already signed up at prologicstrategies.com, okay? So like I said, we're building, we're incorporating and including other things, and we want to branch out and network with a whole lot of others who want to be involved in what's going on so that together moving forward, we can have such a great large community that's spread out that we can maybe have different chapters, here, there, everywhere, and incorporate more than just music or more than just what we do here on the podcast, more than just the trivia, more than that, especially what Alpha Pack, Brother Leon Wolf is doing, what Brother Leon in Egg Harbor is doing, what, Brother Joffrey may have gone on, what Sister Karen and Sister Jada have, working with Grace Space, and all of the other known, people and organizations and, activities that are going on here. But we also want other listeners who come on, join in. Come on, share. Let's get it all together. Let's have our own community, our own network, and let's roll it out. And as we roll it out, let's let other people come on in and take their pick of where they want to go and keep on building and to have the benefit moving forward. So with that being said, those are some things that we have planned. We're going to try to have some things up for you as soon as possible, but it's going to take some planning, but we're going to get it done, okay? We want to have everybody have some fun. And just to let everybody know, I'm coming out of retirement, so I will be DJing at the events. Yes, I used to do that. So the visual impairment is not going to stop me because the technology can help us. And I've been inspired by some other DJs who are under vision loss as well. So I said, well, if they can do it, and I already got the talent, I know what to do. Ain't no reason why I can't do it. And the technology is on there. So with that being said, these will be our events. And of course, we're going to have FloFokuz Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram them live. And then throw them up on YouTube. So you can share them far and wide. And I'm quite sure that for those of you who share and other people, kind of, are referred by you, or just kind of heard about it by you, say, hey, Sister so-and-so or Mr. So-and-so told me about this. I want to just come sign up, blah, 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 blah. Bam. Benefit for you, benefit for them. And moving forward, that's what it's all about. So those are some of the things we have going on. We also want to hear from you all. So we're going to be getting together either like a guest book or suggestion box or something to that effect where you'll be able to have access to that. You can make suggestions. You can make comments. But we want this because we want to know that, everybody, on here has an input, has a say. You got a stake. So we want to know what you got going on, what you think. What you might want to see more of. If we can do it, we'll do it. If we can kind of somewhat do it, we'll do what we can, modify it, however the best we can do, if we can't do the whole thing. And maybe there's some other things, some other things aside from just events, maybe some trips, Maybe we might charter a few coaches, something, and head here or head there or wherever, Take some of the youth, and some of us be chaperones, Who knows? However we're going to do it. And, maybe even some of us, us adults, we like to get away, we like to go places. Maybe we'll go down the shore, or maybe AC, or maybe wherever, maybe Maryland in a harbor, somewhere, Delaware somewhere. Who knows, But these will come up in the future, but we want to hear from you all. You know why? Because we got a committee that wants to hear from you all too. So with that being said, everybody, coming to our last little piece of business, is basically what we do is with a sense of purpose with most things. And I say that just to say it this way. When we bring topics here, we're not competing with anybody. We're not saying that anybody else is incorrect or correct. As a matter of fact, we're supporting others who are doing things, and we don't always shout out, that, hey, we support these people over here, these people over here. And sometimes maybe we should, but we do every now and then remember to shout out people that are making strides and trying to make progress, and just because we don't say it all the time doesn't mean that we don't acknowledge it or we don't even have conversations about it with others. But, just know that somewhere in the conversation, someone on this line may be having a conversation with somebody else where someone else may be shouted out, maybe mentioned, maybe even referred to. But when we come here, we do things with a sense of purpose with most things. And the purpose is diversity. We already got it. We're diverse here. There's many different podcasts from Sunday to Saturday, starting at 7 a.m., going all the way down to like 9 p.m., okay? 7 days a week. Our sense of purpose for what we do is to bring you the best that we have. Because what we do, we have had some good experiences and good results with what we do and the information that we bring. We're not in competition with anybody, but we want to give you the best that we have. Now, if the best that we have is good for you and you like what we're doing, we'll continue to bring it to you. If there's some things that you have concerns about that we may be able to speak to, we'll take that into consideration, and trust and believe you me, there will be discussions on that. And we will report back, because that's the kind of relationship that we have with our listeners. So if you haven't heard us say that, you heard us say it now. That's what we have with all of us, okay? So that being said,
We're not in competition. We're not. And just like our bodies, all of our organs don't compete with each other either. They're all diverse. The liver does what the liver does, but the pancreas does what it does. And the liver and the pancreas don't do the same thing the same way because
Oh my God, brother, that's deep.
They're diverse. There has to be a difference. Just like the tomatoes in the garden. Some are red, some are yellow, some are green. But you know what? The radishes over there are red, and some of those are orange. But guess what? They all have diversity, but they all serve a same kind of result, which is what? To do something to enhance something. Just like Floyd Patterson, former heavyweight boxer. Very effective. He patented that peekaboo style. I won't say he patented it, but he used it effectively. Let me put it that way. That was effective for him. But then you had Ali, who would dance, literally dance in the ring. And when people would swing at him, he was to turn into a dance move and move out the way. That. Hit you say, that's all you got? Come on, try again. And torch you. Get into people's heads. But then you had Smoking Joe, who was a little tank back in his time, like Mike Tyson was in our day. And no matter how much you hit him, this guy would shake it off and just keep coming. And as soon as he got up on you, got into your midsection, into your body, boom, 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 boom. And guys was going back to the corner like, I don't know if I could take too many more of them. This brother almost knocked my stomach into my back. There's diversity everywhere. So I'm not going to tell anybody that what you are doing is not correct. Because what you're doing is for you to do. And for those that have come together with you to do it, it's for you all to do. So what do? I give you encouragement. I give you support. I give you a blessing. Go ahead and get it. Do it. Do it the best. Do it with who you have, what you have. Make it solid. Make it work. Make it stick. And maybe what I do is what I do. But we all serve a common purpose and a common goal. We can't have a bunch of livers in our body and expect for us to really do good. That wouldn't be good. If somebody transplanted a liver in place of a heart, that would not be good. We all have to have some differences. Things have to work congruently. That means that they have to have some kind of difference. There has to be a variety. That's how we're made up inside. That's what you see how we are manifested outwardly. And that's how we're most effective. You don't want the same thing coming at an opponent. You don't want the same techniques coming at an opponent who already knows them. You want to have some different tricks in the bag. So if somebody's been studying a particular technique or style you've been using, and they seem to be, knowing what you're going to do before you do it and countering it effectively, then you want to be able to come with something else. So that's the example that I put out here, and that's some things that we do with the sense of purpose. Others, we don't do them with such sense of purpose. We do them because it's time for us to just have a time to relax, to have fun, to keep ourselves grounded, to keep our sanity, to keep our stress levels down, or to even bring them down, and just to enjoy life for a moment. Just to see what it's going to be like when we get through our testing phase and we get over to the other side where we can now kind of exhale and just let out that breath and just let our shoulders relax as we breathe outwardly and say, wow, that feels so good. And we could just be, we don't have to always be in hyper-productive mode. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to yield for just a couple of minutes. If anybody else would like to make comments before we make our final announcements, feel free. The floor is open. If not, we'll just go to our final announcement. So the floor is open. Anybody?
I would like to say that was some deepness right there, brother. That was some deepness. The comparison of the organs, man. Wow, that was deep. I loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Brother Alpha. Anyone else? All right. If there's nobody else, we're going to go ahead and get ready to conclude. Remember, tomorrow's lineup, 7 a.m., you have the prayer call. Miss Carol Lucille hosts that, 7 a.m. Call into this same number, 520-525-8633, 7 a.m., 7 days a week. She does that, 7 days a week. Hey, maybe we might be able to give her a goodwill gesture. Maybe give her a gift card. Well, who knows? She might like Dunkin' Donuts. She might like Starbucks. She might like a favorite restaurant, have breakfast. Who knows? Maybe we can find that out. Maybe we can kind of show her some love back because she is faithful with that 7. I'm telling you, 7 days a week is 7 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know of any days that she's missed. I really don't. So I'm kind of thinking about that. Maybe y'all might want to help me develop that. We'll kind of keep that a secret from her if we can for now, okay? All right. Wink, wink.
I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement. Janet is in agreement with that. So,
all right. Okay.
She deserves it.
All right. So we got a consensus. Okay. All right. Anybody else? We go ahead and let us know. We can go ahead and, start on this, but wink, wink. Okay. All right. So we got that in going. So 7 a.m., the prayer call, 7 days a week. Tomorrow, also, listen, 6 p.m. Tune back in if your time permits. 6 p.m. Eastern Time to Grace Space with Jada and Karen. Karen was on the line with us tonight. Glad to have you once again as one of our new listeners, Karen. Thank you. We know that you're a co-host, but, this is your first time listening here. We do appreciate you coming on with us. So we want to show some love back to you, everybody. Tomorrow, let's flood their line, all right? Let's just show them some love. Let's love on them. 6 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time. If you got a few minutes, or even if you got an hour of full-length time, tune in tomorrow for Grace Space at 6 p.m., all right? 520-525-8633. And then if you have some more time, you ain't doing nothing, your plans got scrapped for whatever reason, or you got a group of people or a couple of people that, looking for something different, they don't mind listening to podcasts and joining in. 7:30, Miss Carol, the one who did the 7 a.m. prayer call, is hosting the Pink Sofa tomorrow. So come on in, take a listen, and let them know that we told you that you came to support. All right? That's all. Let them know that we're here to support you. We're here to show some love to you. That's tomorrow at 7:30, all right? And tonight, if I'm not mistaken, we may have King David on tonight. I haven't heard or confirmed, but we may have King David on tonight at 8 p.m., so you can tune back in tonight at 8 p.m., and hopefully King David will be back with Belief Systems. So those of you who have been, faithful and, enjoying his podcast, I've heard is coming back now off of his vacation. So I'm just saying I haven't heard anything different, but I believe that he's on tonight at 8 p.m. So tune back in, and hopefully Belief Systems will be back. All right? Now, if there's any podcasters on the line who want to, mention your show, you most certainly have the floor to do so. And those of us who are on the line, who are doing something positive in the community, or you have a podcast where you're doing something positive and uplifting, or you sponsor a support group, or you're in a community activity of some kind, all right? Whatever it may be, we definitely want to hear from you. We're going to give about 1.5 to 2 minutes for that, for you just to go ahead and let us all know what you got going on so that we can be reminded, and for some of us for the first time, what you got going on, all right? So go ahead. You got it. The floor is open. Let us know. Podcasters first. If there are no podcasts, then those in your communities, activity groups, organizations, whatever you got going on positive, please let us know. Floor is open. Floor is open. Podcasters first, or the network. Podcasters first. All right. Karen, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still with you.
All right. Would you please shout out your show? I know I've spoken it, but would you please let everybody know about your show tomorrow at 6?
Tomorrow we I can't remember the lady's name, so I'm so embarrassed. But she's coming in to talk about fragrances. And so she develops fragrances in the, I want to say, Charlotte area. And so she'll be on tomorrow. And this is her second time being on the show. And so we're excited about her coming on tomorrow. So that's what we've got going on for tomorrow.
All right.
And thank you for giving me that opportunity to shout out what's going to be on.
Yes, indeed. And you all are on 6 p.m. Eastern, correct?
6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, which I'm Central, but the majority is Eastern. So, yes, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Great. Glad to hear it. That's great space, everybody. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All of us who can, all of us who are willing, come on, let's go on over there and flood their line. Let's flood their room and show some love, all right? I'm going to give them some support. And also, yes, Karen, go ahead.
I just wanted to say we appreciate the shout out.
Anytime. Yes, indeed. Anytime, Karen. You got it. You got it. You and Jada both got it. All right. Any other podcasters? All right. Now, for those of you who have support groups, you're in a community organization work, you have your own organization work, you're in something positive in your own right, your own community, neighborhood, wherever it may be, we quickly want to hear from you. Just shout out what you got going on, where it is, and what it's about. And any way we can contact you or contact, someone in your activity so that we may be able to pass that on or even attend ourselves. So the floor is open for all of you. Please go ahead, shout it out, and then we'll have the last words.
Can I say something?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right. So I have my organization, Alpha Pack, right? And I'm affiliated with a few other ones. One of the other ones is called Fatherhood Matters. I love this organization. They're basically based in Staten Island right now, but they also are spreading. And what they do is they let fathers know that they matter. And they want to make sure you have the right information you need as a father to what you need to do for the children, how you can communicate with your spouse if you are separated or if you are getting a divorce or if you have anger issues or frustration, you need someone to talk to. Fatherhoodmatters.com is the best way to reach them. And they have numbers and they have people you can call. They have information for you. Also, another organization called Urban Fairies. They are an awesome women's organization that support moms and support children. They give you a whole bunch of different things for back to school. If you need Pampers, they give you information as well as for if you need food or if you need clothing. UrbanFairies.com is a very great place to go to them. And I have a few others, but I ain't gonna take up all the time. But those two organizations for the moms and for the dads, it's awesome and amazing.
All right. Thank you, Brother Wolf. Appreciate you and your resources. Thank you so much.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to shout out what you got going on before we do our closing? Don't be shy.
Brother Marcus, I don't have a podcast, but tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, isn't that for women only? And I believe Eyes with a New Vision, Xfinity is still here, as well as Shades of Jersey City. Maybe they're having a hard time getting off mute.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna. I don't know if tomorrow is women only. It may, it just very well may be. But we'll see.
Victoria?
We'll see.
You answered me, Mr. Jeffrey?
Yes.
Good question, Mr. Jeffrey. Now, last week it was for males and females, correct, right?
Yes.
So it will be tomorrow, yes. It will just be only for females, yes. You are correct.
Okay, thank you both for that information. So everybody on the line tomorrow at 7:30, the Pink Sofa is for women only tomorrow. The following week will be men and women. So all the ladies on the line tomorrow, if you want to tune in to the Pink Sofa at 7:30 p.m., you are more than welcome to. Men on the line, if you have, a lady friend or she's got friends and all that stuff, and they really want to hear some good stuff going on, tell them to tune into the Pink Sofa. Call 520-525-8633, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow evening, okay? And Brother Infinity and Shades, if you would like to shout out what you got going on, you got it. We got about a good 30 seconds left. Would you like to let us know what you got going on?
I'm not sure she's still on the line.
Okay. All right. Well,
I didn't mean to speak ahead.
No, go ahead. Just go.
And Brother Leon, he did mention the next show. He did mention on his line. I just can't remember the date, but he did mention the next show that will be next month. I just forgot the date.
Okay. Is it the 27th? I'm not sure.
Don't quote me.
But it's the last Wednesday, right? The last Wednesday of the month?
I don't want to tell no tales.
Okay. So we'll hold off. Brother Leon is very capable of announcing his own business, so maybe he'll tell it to us on Friday.
Yes. I want to put it that way. Yes.
Yeah.
All righty. All right, everybody. Well, once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us for this listener appreciation. We most certainly do appreciate all of you because you all are important to us. You really are. We really do appreciate you. You are so important to us. You really have no idea sometimes. And we're going to continue to do the best we can for you and to keep you coming back and to give you things that are going to be uplifting, some things funny at times, some things informative at times, and a whole lot of fun as much as we can have on each and every one of these podcasts on Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to turn it over to FloFokuz. And brother, as usual, you already know, you got the last word and take us out of here.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, what another wonderful and amazing engagement we've had here again tonight. And I just want to say thanks to everyone who is listening, who is within earshot. I do want you to know that I do appreciate it because you all are very important. You all make this worthwhile. If no one spoke up, I wouldn't know anyone's listening. So if no one's listening, who the heck am I talking to? I can go in the mirror and yell at it if I want to. But thanks so much for y'all listening to what we got to say here. And I just want to extend my gratitude also to the podcasters and our affiliates for when you guys sign up, we will have a special conversation and things that we can move forward about as far as the process of implementing your profiles and other contact abilities on the website. For when you guys sign up, y'all are gonna get some special treatment, okay? And anyone else who's listening, you can sign up at prologicstrategies.com. All right, it's free for right now, and all I want to do is get people involved, get you all engaged, and the more people that I see showing up, the more that I can continue to implement things that can keep you all around. I'll add some videos, make a members only section so that I make it worth your while to be part of the network. Okay, guys. And man, I just want to thank again my brother Marcus for even starting this whole thing, and for having me as a co-host, and then now all the way full circle around my brother Leon Wolf Alpha. He's here to join in on the journey. So, guys, you and everyone listening, I love you. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So don't forget to tune in next time. We'll be here Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Grown Folks Talking Network. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, good night, everybody. And until
Good
next
night,
time.
everybody.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night. Good night.